Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Out of the Park Baseball 24 with the expansion Nashville Blues. And we are up to July 2nd. And it's time for the draft and the trade deadline. And I've been screwing around here. You can see I've got 3 different deals with Milwaukee that I'm trying to sort of sort out here and see if we can pick up Barber. The feedback I got from at least one of you was that I should go after Barber without giving up Santoyo. That maybe I should have Santoyo as my first baseman or my DH, and that's fair. I'm just looking at my lineup and thinking Delgadillo and Steve Guy are passable. I mean, especially Steve Guy at first base. I'm not going to break the bank for Barber, but I'm willing to discuss it. Like, this deal doesn't get it done. Dinsdale, Ramirez, Patterson, Delgadillo. And the problem, I think we're going to wait until after the draft to see if maybe we can use some of our players from last year to try to close it down and see if we can pick up Barber. What else did we need to do? I don't think we needed to do anything else. Offensively and defensively, our zone rating's really good. We're 4th in defense. Our offense below average. We do need an offensive upgrade here. We really are kind of dealing with Garcia and nobody else, unfortunately. But I think for now, let's just sim up to the draft, get through the draft, and then figure out how things are going. So we got Baltimore followed by Cleveland. First game at home against Baltimore is a 5-3 loss. A 5-0 loss. And we bounce back with a 2-0 win there. Blindman 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Michael 6 shutout. Bennett with another save. At Cleveland now. All right, back-to-back wins. This time against the Indians. Or the Guardians, rather. I've been calling them the Indians pretty much in every series I've ever done. It's that old man in me, right? I just can't change my ways as an old man, so they will forever be the Indians to me, even though I think it's a bad name and one that they should have changed, and I'm all for it. But one of these days I'll wrap my head around it. Game 2 against the Guardians is another win. So that's 3 straight, 4 out of 6 here in the month of July. 2 hits for Cunningham, 2 hits for Patterson. Blindman with another home run. He's starting to hit the ball pretty well. And his ratings are fine. I mean, he's not a leadoff hitter and 299 on-base percentage. He's probably fine as a 2-hitter. We don't really have an on-base. We don't really have a leadoff hitter right now. Chisholm is 6-5. Final game against the Guardians is another win. So that's 4 straight for your Nashville Blues. We're 50-43 as we close in on first place Cleveland. We're 2 games behind. Arroyo, 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Not getting a lot of playing time, but he is making the most of it. Christian Little gets the win. What can I do with Arroyo? Right now our starting second baseman is Cunningham, and I don't really want to take Cunningham out because he's the other one hitting well right now. He does have 65 range, so he could, but his arm's only at 40, so he can't really play shortstop. I could move Cunningham over to, but he's only got a 55 range. Delgadillo 171. That's it. Neither of my first basemen are hitting. Neither of my anything is hitting, really, other than Garcia, and even he's down to 250 now. 2 games behind Cleveland. We are in the wild card lead. Our offense is abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. I will not rush Juan Rivera, though. He is going to probably finish this season at Double-A. Doesn't mean he won't be up with us at some point next year, but he is going to finish this season at Double-A. I am not going to rush him. Santoyo could probably come up at any point and be our starting first baseman, but I think we wait until the deadline once we see kind of what the team looks like after the deadline. So we got 3 games against Toronto, and then the draft. Another win. 5 straight. We walk this one off in the 10th. Garcia 3 for 5, 3 RBIs. Blindman 3 hits out of that top spot. He and Garcia both homer. Patterson has his average up to 284, but again, it's an empty batting average. 706 on base per 706 OPS, 95 OPS plus. Eminently replaceable. Bennett gets the win. Okay. Five-game losing streak is, or winning game streak is snapped there. Final game against Toronto at home is a 4-0 victory. 4 in the bottom of the second, and we make it hold on. Luis Serna, who I have been thinking about trading, has had 12 straight scoreless innings here, lowering his ERA from 5.9 to 5.1. We've got the money. I don't have to trade him, but, you know, it's a possibility. Home run from Guy, his 10th. And we're at the draft. So let's get through the draft. And let's look at, first of all, let's look at All-Star game. Who made the All-Star team for the Nashville Blues? Garcia, and that's it. Which is fair, I guess. Garcia with 32 home runs going into the All-Star break. Encarnacion Strand, man, it would have been nice to bring him back again this year. He had a good year for us a year ago, but had a couple of young first basemen. Oh, Kevin Michael made it too. Had a couple of young first basemen that I wanted to try out. It's not working out right now, but that's okay. Prospect games. Santoyo, no surprise. That's it, huh? Okay. All right, well, it's draft time. And remember, we got a couple of outfielders that we're taking a look at. So let's see who Tampa takes. They take Chad Noble. That's not a surprise. That was the way we wanted to go. So now it is our turn. And there was one player who was really well developed. Eric Block. Yeah. So I don't want to, certainly not going to draft off need, right? Like, that's just dumb. But Block at 22, 65, 65, 65, 70, 70 overall speed. He's 70 range outfielder. He is a ready-made center fielder. The bat's only, he's going to strike out a ton, but he's also going to walk a ton. He's going to hit for a high enough average. I mean, I think Block is the way we go. I don't want to think too much about it. Like, Nava may be better because the avoid K is a little better, but he's not as good defensively. Losinski looks okay. I mean, the bat's fine, but his glove's not great. Yeah, and you've got Bowman as really the only elite starting pitcher prospect. DeBrand might, oh, he's not good either. Well, he's not bad, but he's not great. Crocker looks okay. He won't be there with the next pick, though. I think we go Eric Block. I think we just do it, right? He's maybe a year or two away. I mean, the ratings are already not far off. I think we take, who do they think we should take? They think we should take Kellen the Village Idiot Longhorn, who's that third baseman. Now, I'm not going to take somebody named the Village Idiot. Thank you very much. I'm going to take Eric Block with the second overall pick. Let's get to our next pick. Nava's still there, so we got to take him even if we wanted to. Bobby Watkins is almost a fully developed hitting prospect as well. I like that. Ken Boardman, not quite as good. I'm leaning on Watkins. I'm gonna see. We'll take a look and see what else is there, but I'm leaning on Watkins. Mike Mahoney. He's got I don't want to say a ways to go, 35, 55, 35, 45, 55. But I have a thing for this batting profile. we don't. I'm not gonna draft based off need. I just want to see if our minor league system really doesn't have anything short of those two outfielders. So, do we go after the third baseman, Bobby Watkins? I don't know. Reliable hitter in the Grand. Who do they think we should take? Mike Crocker. Huh. He's still there, huh? He's so far off. So far off. So far off. Get to Mario Ramirez. Got the changeup that's never going to develop. He only wants slot. What am I not seeing here? I mean, is it just that he's so far away from being ready to go? I really, like, my hope... There's still some decent... Like, I would love Mahoney, and I would love Watkins. I think we're going to take Crocker here. Take the kind of the higher ceiling, lower floor guy and see what we get. And what do we get here with our third pick? Okay, so both of those players that I was looking at last round are gone, which is unfortunate but not ultimately surprising. Boardman's still there. He really doesn't have a position. He's got the bat, but he doesn't really have a position. I mean, the bat's not far off. I mean, the thing is, we need the bat, too. So, well, he's got 60 range, 60 area. Terrible arm, but make him a left fielder. Maybe make him a backup center fielder. That arm's awful, but I think we'll put Boardman there. Joel Brown looks okay. But I think we're going to go Boardman here. Joe Levy isn't bad. Not a center fielder with those ratings, but that's okay. Line drive hitter. Yeah, we're going to go Ken Boardman. I like the bat. I like the bat profile. I'm going to think too hard about it. Apodaca. It's not a bad bat. The avoid K and home run power is still pretty well underdeveloped for a 21-year-old. Betancourt looks decent, but he'll probably be there in a pick or two. We got back up here. We got Dave Arellano. Again, pretty far off, but good contact. Really good contact, really good gap power, obviously. Good speed, decent enough in the outfield. He's not bad. Not great, but he's not bad. Let's look at pitchers again. Got anybody of note left? Steve Allen. Yep, there we go. Got the knuckle. He's impossible. We got plenty of money, though. So let's throw some money at an 18-year-old knuckleballer. What do you say? Let's throw some money at an 18-year-old knuckleballer. I know someone out there who will love that. Jamin Lansing. Looks okay. Fastball, slider, cutter. Sure. And I don't really, I mean, I don't care at all about their demands. We've got more than enough money to sign pretty much anybody that we want to. We got a knuckle curve. We'll sign Chad Beach. Lefty with a knuckle curve. Sure, why not? Fielding ratings, batters, catchers. Jaheim Ardley, low work ethic. I hate seeing that. You get a catcher that looks really, really good, and then he's got low work ethic. Ken McGinn looks okay. I mean, both of these guys look fine, but come on, man. We're going to take the talent and worry about the work ethic afterwards. Charlie Taylor, high work ethic, 70 range. I want to fill my minor leagues with players like that, right? High work ethic, rangy type players. That's what we're looking for. That's what I want to have filled in my minor league system, is just players who are rangy, who have really high work ethic, and Jaco Chamness. Yep, we'll take him as well. Let's grab a couple of high work ethic catchers. It looks like Langford's still there. The other guy is gone, so we'll take Langford. Once we're down into 55s, it doesn't do anything for me, though. Now let's go back to batting potential. What do we got for... We have any two-way players? Nope. All right, so batters. High work ethic with one or two discernible skills. That's kind of what we're looking for here. Barcliff. Decent enough range. I like the 50, 50, 55. Sure. See Bob Barnes up there. He's somebody I'm going to take a look at too. Slap hitter. With potential 60 contact. Sure. Now let's go to pitchers again. Individual pitch potential. We've drafted a knuckleballer and a pitcher with a knuckle curve. Oh, I'm looking at batters. I suppose I should be looking at pitchers, huh? Is that another knuckle curve? It sure is. Got another knuckleballer here, Doug Devine, but he's terrible. I'm not going to take him. Nate Barker, sure. It's listed as a reliever, but he could potentially be a starter. Jim Thompson is another one. Stamina is pretty low, but I like what I see from his ratings and the fact that he's a high work ethic guy. Or I should say I like what I see from his pitch mix. It's probably the best way to put it. Doug Clemenson, no. If he was 18, maybe, but I don't like the fact that he's 21. Okay, so that's it for that. So we're at 16. I think we'll let the AI go ahead and finish up. All right, now let's see how much that knuckleballer is going to cost us, shall we? Steve Allen. That's nothing. We have $106 million for bonuses and contracts. Let's throw $12 million at the knuckleballer. Let's throw $13 million at Block rather. Stomach is growling. I don't know if you guys can hear that. If you can, tough. What else to say? All right, so our draft. Eric Block, our number one pick. He probably starts in, what, Double-A? He probably comes up at the same rate as, where is he? As Rivera. Rivera probably goes to Double-A when he's off the IL, so he and Block will probably play together in Double-A. Crocker, I don't know. I mean, he looks really good. I mean, potentially looks really good. So, we'll see what we get out of him. Has 5 potential plus pitches. Boardman, I like the bat. Probably start him in A-ball. I don't know where he's going to play. Maybe left field. I mean, it's a miserable arm. That's Johnny Damon-esque. but he's not good enough to play second base, so we'll find a home for him. Steve Allen's the knuckleballer. Love to see it. And then Lansing, and Beach are both, I don't want to say reaches, but they're both like 5'8", 150 pounds. But, we'll see. We will see. So I'm not displeased by that. So now let's go in here and let's talk again to Milwaukee. Start there. Let's go here and let's discuss. So now everybody is available to be taken. So would you take Jared Collins? How long's Chandler out for? He's out for a week. All right, he'll probably go to double A. They'll probably all just move up together, honestly. Burnett we drafted last year. Willis we drafted last year. You want Sergio Delgado? Let's try that. Collins, Salgado, Patterson, and Delgadillo. And see if that gets us anywhere close. Nope, they want little. Oh, it does get us closer. They want Josh Brown. All right, well, let's... They want the 31-year-old Josh Little. Or Christian Little. .50, 55, 60. He's got 3+ pitches, an average slider, below average changeup. He's got 75 stamina. He's been pretty damn good in AAA. Okay. So at least I know there's a way to get this done now, because I don't really care about any of these players. But I kind of need Brown in case he's only 25 years old. I kind of need him in case of injury. But I don't want to give up Little. So is there another name in there that I can give you that would... Drew? Does that do it? Does Kalen Drew do it? I assume it's Kalen. I've been calling him Salen. I'm sure it's Kalen. Collins. I don't care about Delgado. Don't really care about Patterson. Don't really care about Delgadillo. Don't really care about Drew. It comes down to Jared Collins, whether or not I want to give him. I think I do, because Barber's a star. Let's try that. Doesn't change anything. Am I okay? Do I give up? Is it worth giving up a 25-year-old Brown or a 31-year-old Christian Little? If we move Brown, we don't have to make any changes to our rotation. The problem is we don't really have any like young pitchers ready to go except for Brown. Would they take... I don't want to give up Balderas. I'm not ready to give up on him yet. I need to see that control develop, but I'm not ready to give up on him yet. I would give you one of my relievers here. Would you take Jeff Green? Our GM doesn't like it. It's a lot to give up for one player, but he's not really a center fielder. Blindman is our starting center fielder. Barber probably goes to right. And Pecchia to left. Yeah, that's probably the way we do this. All right, let's try it. If they want Brown, I might try to back things up. All right, so Angel Gonzalez. I mean, this changes things. I mean, it changes things more than I want to give up. So let's pull Green out. Let's put Brown in there. Oh, Josh Brown, 25-year-old. OSA scouted him 5 days before us. He is what he is, which is a decent back of the rotation starter. So if we do that, can we get a pitcher back? Can we get Graceffa back? Let's see. Blindman, Chandler, Chisholm, and Rivera. Okay. Well, that's not going to work then. All right, so no Graceffa. That's fine. Figured I would ask. Do you have any other... You don't really have any young players on your big league roster other than Graceffa and Barber. Do you have somebody in AAA who is comparable? Nope. I'm struggling giving up all of these players for Mike Barber. I probably shouldn't, given that none of them are likely to develop into... Probably get more WAR out of Barber over the next 5 years than I'll get from all of these players over the next 5 years. That's probably the reality of it. In all honesty, I probably shouldn't worry too much about it. I'm not giving up anything off of my big league roster other than Delgadillo, and I don't really care about that. A decent bat against righties, but I can just play Guy every day and make him sink or swim. It improves our outfield significantly, both defensively and offensively. He becomes our leadoff hitter. Granted, most of that is driven by his batting average, but he becomes our leadoff hitter. That moves Blindman down to the number 2 spot. Ooh. I think we do it. Use some of the depth we got from the... Because really the only draft pick we have in here is Collins, right? Everybody else, he was an 8th round pick a year ago. High work ethic guy, but... Patterson was an expansion pick. Delgadillo was an expansion pick. Brown was an expansion pick. So Brown's the only one that hurts, given that he's only 25. But the potential has... Looks like he gained some potential and then lost most of it. So overalls haven't really changed. Yeah, I'm going to do it. So I think we're just going to go back here and look at one of the previous trade offers just so we can complete it. Is it this one? No, I think it was the initial one, right? Yeah, it was this one. All right, Josh Brown and discuss. So Brown, Delgadillo, Patterson, Delgado, and Collins for Mike Barber. Make the deal, bring in Mike Barber, and we pick up our guy. Let me know if you think I gave up too much. I feel like I did a little bit, but, you know, what are you going to do? Barber. Move everybody down one. What are we missing? Our first baseman. And I think now is the time we call up Santoyo. Well, I just did it, so. All right, so against righties, he can be our starting first baseman for now. Actually, does he? He doesn't have first base ratings, so I think that's an off-season thing. No, we got to do it. We got to do it, or he's not gonna have any. Not gonna play at all. Or maybe let's do this instead. AAA. Probably isn't gonna like getting bounced around much, but we will do that. We will come in here. We will force him at first base and get him some first base time here over the next few weeks. We can call Collier up. That's fine. And we'll just go with Guy at first base. He's not going to bat him last, but we'll go with Guy there. We'll bat Guy there. Shift everybody down one. And then what are we missing over here? Oh, right. I got to get Barber out there against lefties. Right field. Pecchia over to left. That improves our outfield. What's Blinden's bat against lefties? Yeah, it's all right. Pecchia is better though, so Pecchia will bat leadoff. Yeah, we'll do this. All right, so we pick up Mike Barber. Let's talk about an extension for Mr. Barber. He's 28. So what if we wanted a 5-year deal? Around $32 million. Okay. 8, 19, 27, 32, 32. What does he have? Where is he? Is he still making the minimum? So he's got 3 years left, so we don't have to do anything. 8, 18, 26. 8, 18, 8, 18, 26. So his numbers are just above. I bet I can shave some off this. I bet I can give him 25, give him 18, give him 7.5, give him 30, give him 30. I bet he takes that, which actually would be less than what he would be asking for in arbitration. 5 years. All right. 5 years, $112 million. We're just going to offer it. And yeah, so there we go. We pick up Barber, who's now going to sit in the outfield alongside... Boardman signed. Good. So we can disable. We can move him up here. So he's going to start in the outfield probably in the next couple of years along... Is our other center fielder hurt? Oh, there he is. Block. Disable. We're going to start him in AA. So he'll start alongside Block and... Rivera in the outfield here probably in the next couple of years. All right, well, there we go. Made a big deal. And I think, you know what? I think I'm going to go in here, and this is going to piss him off for this year, but I'm okay with that. I don't think I'm going to offer that long-term deal yet. We got him for a couple of years. Let's just see how he does. If it costs us a little bit more down the road, we've got plenty of money. So not worried about it. All right, let's get to simming here. And we may not be done yet. Let's see where we are in a week or so. So Barber in his first game as a member of Nashville goes 1 for 4 with a home run, drives in a couple. Chisholm. Is Rivera off the injured list yet? He is. All right, now we can call him up to AA. And our third baseman... Is he still hurt? Chandler, he's out for 2 days. So in 2 days, we'll call him up. Oh, he's not ready. You call him up to high A. He's not ready for AA yet. All right, how'd Block do in his first? Hasn't played a game yet. So he's got 70, 40, 70. Rivera is 70, 50, 60. So I think Block makes more sense in right field with that range. Right? And then what'll end up happening is Barber will actually be in left, or do we put the better error out in right? You guys let me know what we should do. That's a next year problem, but you guys let me know. What should that configuration in the outfield look like between Barber, Rivera, and Block? You guys let me know. All right, another game against Texas. 3-1 loss. 4-3 win. All right, so no big losing streaks. We've been hanging on, which has been nice. 9 games up. Barber 333 in his first handful of games. Olvera's not hitting. Man, I really thought he would hit better than this. I really did. I figured the 45 contact would be enough. Figured it would be enough. I mean, the other thing we can do is just go nuts, right? And go, all right, we got Jordan Lawler. He's making $61 million. Like, how badly do they... 10-5. Oh, what about Alvarez? Is he a 10-5 guy? Yep. Because I'm thinking with some of these huge contracts, we might be in a situation where these teams are just looking to shed salary. So Tatis is making $36 million. Do they just want to get rid of his contract? Let's try that. Let's just see if they want to get rid of his contract initially. Is Chandler? Okay, let's call him up to high A ball. Do they just want to get rid of the contract? Let's see. All right, we got the Red Sox now right behind us in the wild card race. We win 4-3. Yeah, they want one of our best players. Okay, yeah, I was curious. Pecchia 3 hits, Blindman 3 hits, Garcia 2 hits and an RBI, Hall 2 hits, 2 RBIs, Barber homers again. Serna 17 scoreless innings for Luis Serna here in July. I mean, offensively is what we need. Barber's obviously going to help us there. Rivera's raking already 4 for 9 in Double-A. Is he not playing at first base? He better be playing at first base. Why does he have no ratings there yet? Oh, come on. What are we doing here? What am I doing? We're going here, and then we're going here. Why is he not playing at first base? What are we doing here, guys? We lose 8-7. Still not playing at first base. But I can't look at the box scores. That's the problem. So I don't know exactly what they're doing. Can't look at the box score. There we go. All right, he got that game at first base. Okay. So we take 2 out of 3 from Boston, which is good. Guy goes 3 for 4. I think he's been hitting a little bit better since we just stuck him out there every day. Chisholm 8-5. ERA sub 4. Pitching is fine. Defense is fine enough. Well, Vera's got his average up to 200, so he's, it's climbing. But yeah, maybe if we're looking to upgrade, where are we doing it, right? I mean, Grissom has been shortstop. He's been a net negative. Cunningham's been really good at second, both offensively and defensively. Hall has been meh. He's been above average defensively. I mean, I would love to bring in a bat. I think we wait until roster expansion and then we call up Santoyo. I think it's probably the plan. I would love to just go and get Lawler, but waive that 10-5 nonsense. Javier Bolivar making $46 million this season. 75% of that's being retained by the Cardinals, though. I mean, I bet we could get Tatis. I bet we could. If we're willing to give up just a little bit more. Like, we started with Ramirez, and then it gave us, some other names to work with. I don't want to give up a high work ethic starting pitcher. I'd rather not do that. Let's just try. See where we start with 3 kind of average, really, 3 average prospects. We won 3 out of 4. We got 3 against Tampa now. 9-3 loss. They want Blinman, Garcia, Santoyo, Barber, or Rivera. Okay. Well, that's not going to happen. Block and Rivera both off to good starts in Double-A. Can't, yeah. All right, well, that's not going to happen then. Let's get through the Detroit series, and then we'll take a look and see if maybe we can make a deal happen. Lost 3 out of 4. There we go. We bounce back with a 7-2 win. Garcia 2 for 4, 3 RBIs. Yeah, guy's average is climbing. He's up to 234. OPS up to 744, league average. Yeah, it looks like it's been a pretty decent July for him. Average is light, but 861 OPS, I'll take it. Serna finally gives up a run, but that's his first run in 20, what's that, 12, 19, 24 and 2/3 innings. He allowed 1 run, 24 and 2/3 innings. Yeah, let's get through the Detroit series. Tigers are 50 and 55. Game 1 against the Tigers. Of course, is a 7-2 loss. There we go, 6-1 win. Barber 2 for 4. Garcia 2 for 4, 2 RBIs. Let's get a scouting report on him just to make sure we get that maxed out. 12 for 34, 884 OPS so far since coming over. Kind of dig that. Chisholm with the complete game. And we win 3 out of 4. We win the last 2 against Detroit. Garcia up to 35 home runs. Hall hits his 12th. Pecchia knocks in a couple. Christian Little 6 shutout innings. All right, so we got Chicago for 3 and then the break, and then the deadline. I don't think we need to do anything offensive. It might not be a bad idea to pick up. I mean, we got Balderas to be our backup pitcher, but he's been our backup starter, but he's been really bad as a starter. 6.65 ERA, and he's been really good as a reliever, so I don't want to break that right now. But if somebody gets hurt, we traded our option. We traded our well, I guess we've got Vertus Dye we can call up, who's been bad this year, but he was pretty good for us a year ago. First base rating is up to a 35. Let's get that rating up a little bit, and he'll be up sooner rather than later. So pitching. How's Boardman doing? Yeah, Boardman's doing exactly what we would have expected. He's hitting. What if we make him a left fielder? Let's try that and see how that goes. So I think, maybe we pick up a pitcher. What do we got on the block for pitchers? Any starters? We got Tink Hentz making $23 million this year. Pick up a Tink Hentz. Again, are they just looking to move the Yeah, no way in a million years. I was hoping that there was a team out there that was just looking to shed the salary. Upcoming free agents. What do we got for upcoming free agents? Hentz is probably the best starting pitcher. Bouwmeester looks all right. Just all right though. Ooh, Gavin Collier. He's wrecked and he's making $57 million, but I can afford it. Right? Is it just for this year, though? I can. One of the great things about being able to afford it is that I can look at someone like this and go, oh, he's vetoing his 10-5. All right. I really would like to bring in a bat, but the 2 bats that I would want aren't willing to waive their no-trade clause. Or aren't willing to waive their 10-5. That's too bad. Mookie's not Mookie anymore, and he's injured. Hauser looks okay, but isn't really an improvement. Can bring back Encarnacion Strand. Meh. Yeah, the problem is the players that I want aren't willing to waive those no trade, and I'm not giving up what Vancouver wants for Tatis. Let's just take it before they run. All right, we may not make any move. We may have made the one move we were going to make, picking up Mike Barber. All right. So we have something. So we can add, Gi Hyung Kim. Wasn't expecting that. Gi Hyung Kim. Where is he? Because I'd rather do this without Burnett. That's kind of the thing here. Is they're going to make this deal because of Kevin Burnett. Back of the... I mean, I don't care about Dinsdale. I don't care about Ramirez. I mean, we get Fernando Tatis. We stick him in, what, left field? Stick Tatis in left field. He can play first base, and we can find a home for him. Stick him in left field. Right? Is that what we would do? Yeah, because right now we've got Pecchia playing left. And Pecchia is fine. Sure, let's do it. Let's do it. We're in first place. We may as well make a run at it and see if we can actually make it happen. So there we go. We've made a couple of huge offensive acquisitions. We're going to send Mike Sechrist to AAA. We are going to call up Fernando Tatis. And what do we want to do with our lineup here? All right. So Tatis, 55, 55, 65. We got Barber, who's 60, 75, 65. So does Tatis... Tatis goes to left. Tatis goes to left. And all of a sudden, our lineup is looking pretty fat up at the top of the lineup with Barber and Tatis. What does that do from Kendrick? Yeah, that's fine. And then against lefties, Pecchia comes out. Do we just stick Barber back at the top? 55-60. No, I think we'll go... Do we bat Fernando Tatis leadoff? Sure. Or no, do we go Arroyo? 55-55, 70. Let's go Arroyo batting leadoff. Move everybody down once. We'll do something like that. All right, well, there's our team. We have just added a couple of major pieces, one for this year and one for the future. Currently sitting first place in the National League Central. Let's get through this 3-game series against the White Sox. First game is a 6-3 loss. Then a 5-3 loss, and we fall out of first place. And the final game of the series. And we finally win 6-1. Tatis at 167 since being traded to us, 2 for 12. I think he'll be fine. Barber's at 293 since we picked him up. Chisholm 10-5 on the year. Let's go ahead and finish the month. We got Oakland today. So we finish the series. Oh, they want to trade us Tink Hens. I can't do this now because we're already past the deadline, but that's a trade I would have made. That's a trade I would have made. All right, so we finish on a, what, 3? We lose 3 out of 4. Is that what happened? Yeah, we lose 3 out of 4. Finish the month of July. That puts us at 15 and 11. Still not a bad month. Trading deadline has passed. It's just said it hadn't passed. Make up your mind. I was going to see if I could trade for Tink Hence. It's thinking about it. All right. And we lose Frausto. Excellent. All right. Let me lose a reliever. So we go to Virtus Die, I guess. How's Rivera doing? 273, 344, 618. Yeah, he starts in AAA next year. He's with our team next year. Block 275, 431, 400. Yep. I mean, he's going to be a stud, man. Chandler struggling a bit in high A ball, but that's fine. The ratings increased since we called him up to AAA, which is good, and he's really good at third base. So it's league average with the bat, and he should be fine. Boardman is up to a 60. 315 in high A ball. Yeah, he's not that far off either with that bat. Santoyo's up to a 40 at first base. He comes up probably roster expansion. It's probably what I do with him. I think we're in good shape here, guys. I think we're in good shape. See how Crocker develops. Let's look at player development. Carlson gets worse, but he's not a starter. I need to get him out of the rotation. Problem is I don't really have anybody else to stick in there now. So that is a potential problem, but that's a problem we can throw money at in the offseason, right? We have more money than we know what to do with in the offseason. We have $56 million next year. We currently have 70. So we may even talk about bringing Tatis back, depending on how he hits for us this year. What does he want? Yeah, I mean, $26 million is reasonable, and we've got it. Yeah, I mean, I would like... I think, yeah, Carlson's stamina is down to a 30. I got to get him out of the rotation. Do we give Madrid a shot? Let's give Juan Madrid a shot. And we could put Carlson in the middle relief, use more often role. And then let's try him as a stopper. He's got the good ratings. Dye can go in as middle relief. So from a pitching perspective, Chisholm has been really good. Michael, the converted starter, has been fantastic. Our converted reliever's been fantastic. He's only 26. Yeah, I mean, our pitching staff is not young. You know, you would think a brand new expansion franchise would have a young pitching staff, but Chisholm's 29, Little's 31, Michael is our youngest at 26, Serena's 30, Madrid is 29. Our bullpen's not really young either. Bennett 28, Green 28, Gonzalez 31, Carlson 29, Drew's 25, Dye's 28. So we're not a super young pitching staff. We're not really a young offense either, although they're pitching well. You know, we're not going to go number by number, but you guys can see they're pitching pretty well. From an offensive perspective, you know, we're being carried by Garcia, but getting Barber and Tatis in there is going to help us quite a bit. Barber's been really good since we picked him up, 851 OPS, so he's doing exactly what we needed to do. Cunningham's been good at second. Lindman's been fine. He's probably going to get replaced next season, but he's been fine. Hall needs to be replaced. Olvera, that average needs to come up, or he needs to get replaced. Grissom needs to be replaced. Guy, average is up to 237, so it's climbing. Yeah, 250, 299, 463. That's fine. So I'm gonna go ahead now and I'm gonna do what I normally do, guys. I'm at that point. We're in our second season, and I'm already at a point where I am simming until we get to a couple of weeks before the end of the postseason. And hopefully next year we come back and we got a postseason run. I know we're not gonna have a super high draft pick, so hopefully Rivera and Block work out for us. And next year we're looking at Barber, Rivera, Block, Guy, maybe Tatis as a DH / first baseman. I mean, he can play third. He can play third. Maybe he's our starting third baseman next year, and we don't worry about Chandler for the time being, and we just let him develop. So, got some decisions to make, but we also have a playoff push ahead of us. So let me know what you think of the deals I made at the deadline for Tatis and for Barber. And until we talk next time, thanks so much for the support. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.